Now, dating used to be simple, or at least we thought it was. But nowadays, let me just say, I'm glad I'm married. I wouldn't want to deal with what single people have to deal with today. But a lot of people dealing with it. So we're going to deal with it tonight. We're going to talk about it. So make sure you don't go nowhere. We're about to get into this conversation about dating later on in life. What it look like? Stay with us. Be right back. Welcome back to Man Talk Mondays. I'm Derek, the Thought Engineer, here with my man, comedian John Yogi. He doing his deal dance.
What up, good people? What's going on?
And just in case you haven't noticed, we got a special guest.
We don't know who
in here with us.
We don't know who he is.
You don't know who he is?
Just sitting in here.
Just sitting here. We just snuck in. Just sat down. Okay. All right. Well, since you snuck in here, sat down, we're going to talk to you for a minute. Joining us today, we have Miss Melissa Lewis. Hello. And so she's going to join us for this conversation about this modern dating ain't for grown folks. Modern dating ain't for grown folks.
This is the thing. When we talking about singles, my mom told me, why you talking about singles? Ain't you married? Ain't you good at marriage? So we figured we need to go get some single folk. So yeah, outside single. Mr. Red up.
So real quick, you want to know how long have you been back in the dating space?
It has been about 4 years.
About 4 years?
Yeah.
4 years? What has it been looking like for you?
It's been looking pretty bad. It's got piss and other things in the dating pool.
Floating in there.
It's not looking good for me.
So you would say dating today is harder than you remember it being?
Honestly, I'm one of those people that I never really had as an adult, I never had the opportunity to date because I married young.
Oh, okay. So, how young?
I was 19 when I got married. And my first marriage lasted for 24 years. So this is really new to me, but it's I don't like it.
You don't appreciate.
So you didn't really have that 20s dating.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
So here I am at 50 plus years
old.
Okay.
And
I'm out here trying to date, and it's not good. I'm on apps. I'm on trying to do in person, just through friends. I've had hookups, not hookups, but
people setting you up. Blind dates. Okay, people setting you up. I am not a fan of the setup.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
I'm
I
not
don't like the blind date though. I want to know what you look like. I need to see.
I saw a photo,
but nobody looks like that.
That's what I'm saying. Is a blind date these days? You don't see the person, or is it just you just kind of meet each other?
I had a blind date with a girl with like 7'2" when I had, and I was thinking
that was back when you was 6'5" though, right?
Well, thank you, D. I forgot.
I have to remind the people, he used to be, had hair down his back, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Reminded me of that.
You know what I'm saying? He had the Al Sharpton going on back in the day. Things have changed a little bit, Had some hard years. So let me ask you.
I thought everybody got their hair pressed, okay? I didn't think it was just us. I thought everybody.
So let me ask you, what would you say is your favorite dating app if you have one? If you had to say, I like this one more than another, which one would you say?
Currently, I'm only on 2, and I would say I'm on Facebook. Facebook has dating.
Really?
They date now. Facebook got everything.
Dating. You can only see it if you're on your mobile. You can't see it on your computer.
Oh, somebody trying to be sneaky.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Explain that to me.
That sounds a little sneaky.
If you're on your mobile phone, you will have the little thing up at the top that says dating. And so that's their app.
Oh,
but if you're on your computer,
you can't see it. Huh?
So that one is actually, I guess,
They
if you
sneaky.
want to say I get some prospects, that would probably be my best prospect.
Okay.
Is off of that one. I'm also on BLK.
Okay.
But a
When you
lot
look-
of the people I see on BLK is on Facebook as well.
Okay.
So, but
People doubling up out there.
yeah.
Right.
We trying
You ain't
every,
seen
every chance, every opportunity we can get.
you ain't seen the same face with a different name or anything, have you?
You know, I
Yeah.
actually did.
Really? Wow.
Seriously, because I blocked him and he came back with another name.
Really? You ain't keeping it real?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I think, but I'm curious because it would seem like the most disappointing part about dating is people don't be free. Everybody playing, and at this late age in our lives, we ain't got no time to be playing.
Exactly.
People trying to find relationships and love, and it's amazing that people get in our old age that we are in our 40s and 50s and playing because we don't have no time for it.
Right.
So are you finding that people still playing games or they?
Yes. A lot of the people in their profiles, they'll clearly say, "Don't come on here with the BS. Don't come on here with the games. Don't come." I have so many guys that I've talked to. We're having good conversation on the app, and then we're like, "Okay, well, let's take this off the app. Let's exchange numbers."
All right, then.
We exchange numbers.
Hey.
Then there's crickets.
Really?
So I'm like, what are they doing? Collecting numbers?
Oh,
I wonder if for a lot of guys, it's just a safe attempt to keep it on the app. It gets
Really?
real when you
Oh,
say, hey,
yes.
text me or call me for real. Now this thing is taking on,
Yes.
especially if they catfishing.
Right.
It's really got real. So.
Wait a minute. We are not catfishing at this great old age. We cannot be catfishing.
What?
We are catfishing.
That's what I'm wondering. Are you? They
We
are.
are catfishing.
If you catfishing at 40,
We
something
are
wrong with
we are
you.
catfishing. There's a guy. I was talking to him. He had these pictures, and I'm like, okay.
Like Denzel or some of the pictures.
Well, you can kind of tell they're like older pictures. You can tell
Oh, it's
old
high
pictures.
school pictures.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, what do you
Yeah.
look like now? So then once we start talking, I'm like, hey,
Like
can
a,
we do a FaceTime?
like a turtle.
So we do a FaceTime,
He's
and
like a turtle.
he's like double the size in the photo.
Mm.
He's older. He has no hair. He's, whatever.
Oh,
Hair
wow.
gone too.
Well, I mean, you kind of expect it, but at least just show me the picture of that. Don't show me.
Don't
Wow.
leave
picture
with the high school picture. But we
Wow.
all had her in high school.
Exactly.
Mine was down my back, girl.
Well,
I
I know.
I forgot I went to school with your sister.
I told you. Yeah, but
I forgot about that.
they know all this. They know all the truth about
I
you.
know. I know.
I
Right.
forgot. You know what? My man. This ain't about me. You go on, girl.
So what surprised you most about the dating world when you got back in there?
I think for me, what surprised me the most is that they still playing games at this big old age.
Okay. But with that, what did you expect? I'm more curious about what you expected from it. Did you expect it to be all grown up because I'm not a kid anymore? What was your expectation?
Yes. I mean, because they on their profiles, they say they're seeking a relationship. They looking for someone who's ready to settle down.
So you thought they were going to be truthful about what
I
they were
thought they
saying?
were going to be truthful about what.
Right.
I mean, we are too old for all these games. We don't have that much time.
Like my mama.
Say you got about 15 summers left.
I mean, I have more years behind me than in front of me. I can't do these long courtships. I'm not trying to marry you tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't have time for all.
Say maybe about a weekend.
At least by Christmas. So
But
yeah.
You had the pictures made and everything. Oh, okay, I get you. All right. So you ready? We want to dig in just a little bit deeper.
Okay.
You ready? So
I think I'm ready.
think you ready? All right. So what's one thing you absolutely won't settle for that maybe before you might have been more accepting of?
Okay. Now this may come off. I don't care. I'm
Keep it
50
real.
plus. I don't care.
Keep it real. Yeah.
In my previous relationships, I've kind of carried the relationship.
Oh.
So I mean, I need you to.
When you say carry,
I'll say if anybody who won't understand what you're saying,
I don't understand.
just get a little clarification on.
financially.
Oh,
So, I ain't
okay.
saying I'm a gold digger.
But you ain't messing with no broke. She give me money.
To, as they say, come to the table with something. It's like,
okay, but I don't think that's unreasonable.
I don't think it's reasonable. But hold on, let me say this. But I want to make sure I'm keeping this book. I want to make sure I understand it as well as our viewers, right? So when you say come to the table with something, you're not saying they got to be making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. You're simply saying you need them to have a job. You need them to put something on it.
I need you to have more than I have.
See, now I have to ask.
Yeah.
I have to ask. So you agreed?
I have 2 degrees.
Okay. So you 6 figures then. So
6 figures.
So he have to be making at least 6 figures.
At least.
Well, and to that point, when you're dating, we're gonna say the mark is 40. When you're dating over 40, isn't there a certain expectation financially that a person should have attained to by now?
It is. Exactly. It is.
Exactly.
So when they approach and you get around to the conversation, or let me ask this, how do you assess whether this person is at that level or not without just having a flat out conversation of
look at the shoes? You look at the shoes?
Well, with being on these dating apps, they put their information in their profile. So if I see you a barber, or if I see you aspiring DJ, you're gonna get swiped to
your rap career might just be taking off. Okay.
I'm not even gonna entertain.
Really?
I'm not even entertaining.
Oh.
If you 40 to 50 and you expiring anything, you probably gonna swipe.
I'm gonna swipe left.
Okay.
I mean, I get it. That makes sense. Because you don't want finances to be an issue. You gotta expect something when you're younger. When you're 20s,
you can deal with
maybe
that.
early 30s. You expect because you still, you trying to make it happen.
Right.
But after 40, yeah, there's a certain expectation. So, fellas, anybody up there over 40, come on. We got Miss Paula. Paula said, I could do bad by myself. I don't need no help to starve to death. Oh, y'all remember that old one, right? Right. So let me ask this though. Do older women or women of a certain age, do they really want more of love or more of control?
Don't wait. She know the answer to this. It's like she's looking at me.
Well, I don't know the answer. What you got?
Okay, I mean, when you say control.
No, you want me to clarify control? Okay. Control means I'm not giving you the space to dictate how this thing gonna go because I don't want to leave that up to you. I don't feel comfortable enough leaving that up to you.
Then it's swimming. It's that one. It's that one.
No, because I'm not trying to control anything, but no.
What woman ain't trying to control?
I'm not trying to control it. I need to know where we going. I'm not trying to control it.
Okay. And control would be, you say I need to know where we going, right? But if this man is being led by the Lord and God is taking you in some uncomfortable areas, is it going to be a fight or is it going to be, all right, I'm going to trust with you,
And that's a good question. But let me say this, because you have been in a relationship your marriage lasted 24 years. How can you not drag some of that into your relationship if you're trying to get in with somebody to say, wait a minute, I recognize this. I don't think I like this. I think it should be more like this. How do you not drag your past instances into your relationship?
And unfortunately, I've had that to happen to where I may have missed a few diamonds. I don't know if they were diamonds, maybe some rubies. But I may have missed a few things because I tend to see red flags, and I may be seeing too many red flags. But it's like when I see something that's a trigger for me that I don't like, I'm just not going to put up with it. because I dealt with it in the past and I don't want to deal with it again.
So wait, so when you say you see a trigger, a red flag, you just immediately you don't bring it up or talk, you don't say anything about it.
I will attempt to. I have a situation where I was dating this guy and I started seeing some red flags. And so I brought it to his attention. And of course, his comeback, well, not of course, but his comeback was that he wasn't changing. That's who he was. Oh. So it's like, if that's the case, then I'm going to have to just move on because I wasn't willing to put up with that.
Okay. Are your red flags a lot easier to see now?
Now that yes.
What makes it so easy now?
My past. See, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of my word. History. I'll say
history. Okay. No, yeah. It's past experiences. Yeah.
So now it's like I just know what I'm gonna deal with and what I'm not, what I'm willing to put up with and what I want.
So would you call it trauma or discernment?
I would say it's probably a little of both.
Probably a little both?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you alert enough to know, you know what? I don't even want to. I just rather not fool with that. I'd rather not fool with it. Paula said, I would think it's more about companionship. Is it more about companionship or what is the goal now? What are we doing with dating now these days?
I think for me, it is more about companionship because the older we get, and I know both of you guys are married, so y'all can relate. You know, the sex life may not be the same. You know,
it ain't the same.
So with that being said, it's like for me, it's not about sex or anything like that. It's about having someone to spend my time with if I want to travel or whatever I want to do. Just having someone to share in those moments.
Gotta have to travel.
Yeah. So it's just for me, it is about companionship.
So when you see someone you're interested in, you know, how does that happen? Is there a list that you weighing them against?
There is a mental list, yes.
Okay. All right. Do you give some room for error, or are you hard about checking it off?
No, I do. I give room for error. It's not much room. It's probably like a little small closet space, but
no.
I'm not giving you a whole lot of room, but I do give room for error.
So do you expect them to give you the same grace or room for error that you giving them?
Yes.
Or you expect more?
Yes, the same.
Okay.
Being honest, yes, it's only fair. Okay.
Well, we had a conversation a couple of days ago, and you mentioned to me, you said, you met someone that you might be interested in, and you said that he came back to you because you said what to him?
I said I wanted my forever person.
Okay.
So, and when I got off the floor after you told me that, but the reason why is because you have to be at a place to where you have to be willing to, if I say this to you, I have to be willing to let you walk away, because if you're not feeling the same way I'm feeling, then it may not be received the same. You know what I'm saying? So I'm curious about what got you to the place to where you were willing to say to this guy, hey, listen, I've been there, done that. If this not what you want, then I'm willing to let you go. What got you to that place?
Well, the fact that I have two divorces behind me, I don't want to keep doing this. And like I said before, I have more years behind me than in front of me. I'm ready to be with someone who's going to be that person for me for the rest of my life. So I don't like. I guess you could say I've been in a relationship my entire adult life. And so with that being the case, I don't like being single. Single is not for me.
And see, I was wondering, because you have a lot of rhetoric on social media these days where they make you feel like getting married early and everything. Oh, I missed out on so much and all of this. And Do you feel like that? Do you feel like you missed out, or do you say, that was just my experience? That's what happened. That's what I went through, and now I'm a little wiser. Or do you feel cheated?
I don't feel cheated. I do tend to feel like I've missed out sometimes, and I kind of made up for this little 4-year stint that I've had.
Oh, okay, okay.
Made up for the things I've missed out on, but like I said, I just feel like being in my single moment now, my single chapter.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I better married, or not even just married, but in a relationship.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't even have to necessarily lead to marriage, but I just want to be with one person.
At what point did you say, damn these streets? I'm ready to get out of these streets.
Probably as soon as I got in the street.
I'll say more specifically,
Really?
Did the streets get a hold of you when turn you loose? You was like, hey, let me out of here.
I don't like it out in the street. I don't like it out here at all.
Say that's why they made sidewalks.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I need to stick to the because the streets is not fun.
So do you find that men around your age, do they still pursue, or do they kind of wait for somebody to pursue them?
Honestly, on the dating apps, and I have to keep referring to the dating apps because that's where I'm getting most of my traction.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't approach me in person, but on the dating apps, I'm getting all these little young dudes, and my profile clearly says
what they call it, YNs.
the YN. So on my dating app, I clearly say if you are 37 or younger,
do not
come in my box,
Mm-hmm.
just swipe to the left. But they keep coming up, and I don't understand it. And one guy, he just outright said he's into ladies in their 50s. That's what he wants. But yeah, I'm not trying to be anybody's sugar mama.
Oh.
If you guys like the conversation, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button. And also let us know where you're listening from. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button.
And we got a comment from Cheryl. Cheryl says these streets are not for the weak. Because the streets done changed. Streets on some old other stuff these days.
The streets have changed, but they still the streets.
They still the streets.
They still the streets. And
they still the
streets don't love nobody.
Ain't no love.
Ain't no love in the streets. Yes.
I guess I'm just not familiar with the streets. I don't know. Streets not for me.
So what are the requirements for a guy spiritually, emotionally? You know what I'm saying? What are women looking for?
Now hold on.
Yes.
Before you answer.
Yes.
We took a survey.
We
we took a survey from women.
It still holds true. 4 years ago, still holds true. It was going a Gallup poll.
I'm trying to give her an out. Okay, so hold on.
Okay.
And the survey talked about in what order did women want religion, God, and everything, and God was fourth on the list.
Okay.
After good sex, he gotta look good, have a job. His mama can't be in a relationship, and he gotta have a daddy and all that. I think Jesus was fourth. So that's why I'm asking. So we already understand kind of what place Jesus is. So when we ask you, you don't have to feel like you gotta say, "Oh, he gotta be number one. He the head of my life." And all that. You know my heart. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna say being stable is number one for me. Looks is way down there because
is it way down?
Yeah, it is for me. Look. I want you to. Looks is not important. I would rather you take care of me, be my
love me.
My provider.
Can you love me?
All that. Yes.
Love me.
Seriously.
Because they not like being loved by somebody.
Yes. So looks is way down the line for me.
Okay. So. Looks is way down. What's up? So what? Loving you is
stable.
Being
stable is number one.
When you say stable, what do you mean? You got a bunch of dogs, or what you mean?
Being stable is being financially stable, having your own place,
Have your own money.
your own money.
Because at our age, when you 50, if you don't have it together,
Right.
at least on the path to it, man, it's keep
Right.
it moving. You need some life things you got to get in order. So,
Yes.
okay, I feel that. Okay.
Miss Paula said, I think it's harder for older women to find that one guy because of the many choices men
They
have
do have a bunch.
in
They
women.
do have a bunch.
Younger ones especially.
It's 10-1 now, women to men.
It's
At least 10 to 1.
tough. It's tough.
But let me ask this. Let me ask this.
Mhm.
In the old ages, in the ages that we're talking about, if you think back, if you and Paula think back, how many relationship or guys do you feel like I might have should have held on to that one? I might have should have gave him another chance because
I just saw her face. A picture came in her head.
No, because it's hard for me to believe that you had met at least one guy that you should have kept a hold of, but for whatever reason, whether it's a list or whatever else, you let him go. So I'm curious now that we're in our 40s and 50s. Now, how many guys do you look back on and say, I might have should have held on to that rascal right there? You know what I'm saying? I'm curious.
I try not to look back, but it's kind of hard not to now that I'm in the streets. There's been a few that I probably should, but at the time I was like, oh, he just so nice. He too nice. He too this.
Too nice.
I know.
That's why you asked. That's why you asked the question. Because that's
nice.
That's what you want now.
We want them
Until he hit you in the eye.
Yeah, well,
The Roughnecks broke.
I won't do that because he might get hit back. But
Hey, Roughnecks broke. Too nice got that 401.
Yeah, that part. That
He's
part.
got that pension
That part,
package.
yes.
All of that.
Retirement, all that.
Right. Right. Because when nobody picking him, he was working.
Yes.
Roughneck was busy. He was out in these streets, handling business.
I'm curious, Paula. What about you? 3? 3 people? You be shame yourself. What was your? Oh wow. Good. I'm still because I think we talked about it last week. At this age, one was short. Oh, is that the one had to get on the back because he was short? You would carry. Okay. Well, it's funny because we talked about
carry somebody on your back. You would have. Oh wow.
Well, it's funny because we talked about it last week. We talked about being single last week. When the older we get, we come across guys that we think back. Well, maybe I should have. Maybe I was kind of tough on him.
Yeah. And I'm wondering, like, how much do we reassess the standards to be like, you know what? I need to relax here because I'm being way too hard, and I'm missing. How much of that, as you see the years go by, that you like, you know what? I'm gonna take this off my list.
Yeah, and my list has changed.
Okay.
Like I said, looks used to be something that was important, but then I'm like, and I know John's gonna love this.
Yeah.
But how am I expecting him to come with this big 6-pack and all this, that, and the other when I'm not that? So it's like,
that is a very lucid thought, because you have some people who don't care.
Yeah.
And they like, I don't care. I don't care what I look like. I expect
this and this.
And that's why I said looks was lower on the list for me, because number one, when I see a guy and he say all he's doing is in the gym, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna X him out, because number one, I know I'm not gonna be in the gym. So he's
too much pressure.
Because he gonna
all this working out.
He's gonna expect you to be in there with him.
That's not happening. You're not gonna change what I'm eating. If I change what I'm eating, that's on me. But you're not gonna come in here being.
If I like little Debbie's, don't you come in here talking about
what you looking for. You want to find the big shoulders and everything. Then got a good. He work out,
right?
But he still eat. He still eat. Yeah. So we want to quick. How often do we reassess? How often do you reassess? Anybody out there listening? We want to know, how often do you reassess? How many times have you gone back, and as the years start going by, you say, you know what? I probably need to relax this standard. I probably need to take this off my list. Let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Well, because it's normal when you're not getting some of the things that you were. like she said, he was too nice. As we getting older, you want somebody to love on you and be nice to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice gonna go pick up your medicine when you can't go get out the
That
house.
part.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you look too good,
With a little orange juice too.
I'm gonna be worried about you with every other girl if you look too good. So I'm like,
And that's some people got. If he look good to you, 9 times out of 10, he look good to somebody else.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Listen, I remember this young lady that my wife used to know, but her husband was super fit. Super fit, and she's getting older, but she feel that pressure.
Yeah, in the gym every day.
You know what I'm saying? Because he working out, and let me just, there's women in the gym. And so he like, what they not finna do. He ain't finna go in there and be like, she won't even leave the house to go work out. So the expectations that people have, I think, like you said, that do have to be aligned with, what your expectations are. Because if we don't, then we just grabbing people because there's a fear of being alone. Right. Do you ever feel that pressure? Like the older you get, like, man, I'm kind of worried. Am I gonna find this person? Or
I've had those moments, and I won't lie, I've actually had some times where there's this one guy in particular. I felt pressure that, okay, now I'm gonna be here. There's nobody else for me. I'm getting older, this, that, and other. So even though there was red flags with him, I still was like, okay, maybe I can overlook that one. To have somebody. At least I would have some. I'm like, but I don't want to say I was willing to settle.
To have and to hold.
But
that word settle.
Then when I stop and think about it, I'm like, right now in my singleness, I'm at peace. So I'm like, am I willing to give up my peace just to say I have a man? And I wasn't willing to do that. So here I am, still single.
That's a good question. So I got a few just quick rapid fire questions.
Viewers, where you at?
Right? Viewers, y'all, hop in them comments. Let us know.
Get in them comments. Let us know where you at. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. If you enjoy the comment, if you enjoy what we're doing, give us a like. We need them likes, y'all. Give us a like. And share.
We here with Miss Melissa Lewis talking about modern dating. Ain't for grown folks. And ain't for grown folks. Not modern dating.
Ain't for the week either.
It ain't for the week. Right. So we got a couple of just rapid fire questions for you. Just want to know which one you picking. This or that. What we calling it? This or that. Okay. Right. Dinner date or chill and talk at the park?
Chill and talk at the park.
Okay. Chill and talk at the park. Morning text or late night conversations?
Late night conversations.
Okay.
Can I ask why?
Why late?
Okay.
Because morning texts, I get those a lot, and to me, I think they're like copy and paste. Because I get the morning beautiful,
grand rising queen.
I just feel like those are copy and paste. Okay, who else did you send that to? But to sit and talk with somebody late night when you're possibly tired and you can actually hold a conversation, I think that's great.
We be tired. We work out.
If you're willing to conversate with me, that's a plus.
Okay. All right. You prefer chemistry or character?
Ooh, I kind of want both.
This or that? Which one you picking?
Okay.
If you had to choose.
I guess I'll say character.
Okay.
Because, character. If you have the right character,
mm-hmm.
chemistry will be, it's kind of.
Because here's the thing. Because you get some of the times the fireworks, but then the fireworks don't thrill you because they ain't got their stuff together, or they're not dependable, or you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So So it's a trade-off. If you're looking for fireworks, fine. But character in the long run, I would think, would hold you because you know it's. Is it a problem with a man being predictable?
Yes, it gets boring.
It gets boring. Okay.
I like excitement.
You like excitement. Okay.
There y'all go.
Now we getting somewhere.
There y'all go.
Now
There
we
y'all
getting
go.
somewhere. Now we getting somewhere. Because here's the thing. A lot of times stuff is routine.
I understand routine, but I mean, if every time we go out on Friday night, we going to dinners every Friday. I already know on 7:00 on Friday.
We're gonna get the Grand Slam.
Like, change it up. Okay, let's go to IHOP instead. Do something. Just change. I don't want it to just be
Okay.
But now,
All right.
I don't think men have a problem with changing it up as long as you're not wanting us to think of what you want to be, what you want to do. Because one of the things, like me, what me and sure comes to me with 9 million things. Hey, John, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Because if you expecting me to come up with stuff, I can hit you one, maybe twice. But for the most part, we go as much as because it's her and not me, and I'm going.
And I mean, I think it's a give and take. I wouldn't expect him to come up with it all the time. I'll come up with some things, but I don't want to be the only one coming up with stuff to do.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I think it's easier though if he know you like to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If he know, because you'll probably meet him going.
Right.
He'll probably be out somewhere going like you are, so it'll probably be easier then.
Well, I can say this. If you want that from him, because most men have this anxiety around picking stuff because
I always say no.
How receptive you are, how you respond to it.
Mm-hmm.
He either gonna be like, man, I ain't doing this no more, or he'll be like, oh, okay, all right, I can, and they'll keep going on. So you can encourage or you can discourage with how you respond. Right. Even if it's not to your liking, you be like, okay, I can rock with this. And then in the conversation, you be like, hey, you know what I really like? I like XYZ. Right. You know what I'm saying? Is there
right. You never know. You may not want to initially, but I'm one that I'm willing to try.
Okay, I was gonna ask, are you open to?
I'm willing to try. If I don't like it, I will let you know. But I'm willing to try. Okay.
Do you let them know in the middle of the experience?
Oh no.
Or afterwards be like, you know what? I don't necessarily be.
If they ask me how I felt about it, I'm gonna be truthful and tell them that whether I liked it or not. So
Dr. Selena says spontaneity means you're being intentional and putting thought into it.
Till I said bye.
Getting
up every day and making your coffee, that's thoughts.
You know what
that's
I'm saying?
Intentional.
Can I just appreciate you for that?
We always get wrapped in the grandiose stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's all in. All right.
I have a friend, and he came up with the idea for us to go out. He picked the place, he picked the time, and everything, and I like that.
Who paid?
He paid, but when we went out the first time, I actually offered to pay because I invited him to go. I asked him if he wanted to go, and so because I asked, I felt it was my duty to pay.
So when you asked him if he wanted to pay, did you ask him after he had already pulled his money out?
Oh no, I went to get mine first, and he basically told me to put that up.
Cheryl says, if I say we're going to the rodeo, just get your hat and your boots.
So what time y'all going?
Okay, so let's dig in just a little bit deeper. Do you find that today there's a disconnect between what women say they want and what they actually accepting?
You asking her or me? Okay, go ahead.
I'll start with her.
Okay, ask again. So
do you find that tends to be a disconnect between what women say they want and what they're actually accepting as far as what they're actually dealing with.
As a woman, I don't know if we really know what we want.
What?
We can tune in next week, ladies and gentlemen.
We're done.
I'm
We're
there.
done.
That's
We're done. We are done. We have been trying to get women
They gonna
to say
kick
that.
you out the
Dick,
club.
for 4 years, we were trying to get
You
them
are
to say
no
that,
longer
Dick.
invited.
Oh,
And you listen.
But you're absolutely right.
And here's the thing.
That's what's wrong.
We know that.
Yes, exactly.
Oh Lord.
All we got to do is ask you what you want to eat.
They stare at us for 15 minutes. I don't know what I feel like.
We want y'all to come up with it. We really just want y'all to lead. We want y'all to, but we want to try to have input too.
We don't mind input, but a lot of times we want you to lead. Is really, I want to put you to work. I want to sit back and dictate while you do.
I want you to lead also means I want you to be out in front until I'm ready.
Yeah, when it's comfortable for me to. Yeah,
until I'm ready to get out there. So you go ahead.
Cheryl says, women tell you what they want and need in words and actions. You just have to listen.
See, that's their go-to right there.
We don't need we don't need coded language.
Yeah.
We don't need it. That ain't where you was pointing. Your finger crooked or something. I'm looking. You did what you after the show. I mean, to that point though, really, do more mature women, do they really want to lead in relationships, or are they just tired of being everywhere else?
What I said to me and my friend
Mm-hmm.
just had this conversation, and he always say, "You a leader," and I'm like, the thing is, I don't want to be a leader. I've had to be a leader. I don't want that role. I don't.
You was doing so well with the question a minute ago.
I don't want that.
You gotta take it back some kind of way.
She's trying to get back on the team. That's what
I don't want that role anymore. But I've had to do it, and so now that I have someone who's willing to lead, I'm kind of having a hard time letting go.
And I think here's the misconception about leading. A lot of times, and correct me if I'm wrong, leadership from where we sit appears to be what's leading to comfort. But leadership is not comfortable. Leadership is trust in the discomfort. I got to trust you when I can't see and I don't know where we going.
Yes.
I just got to trust, number one, it's not necessarily the journey, but the person I'm going on the journey with. Right. But a lot of times, if you're looking at the journey is what's making us uncomfortable because we are trying to see and it's not making sense what we're seeing. Right. So when you talk about, because one thing about leaders, whether it's in a family, whether it's in a business, whether it's in an organization, it's taking people where it's not comfortable. And you got to deal with, and look at Moses, the murmuring, the complaining, and all this type of stuff. It just goes with the territory. But as a wife, as a woman, wives have this particular position that they have some steerability if they get you right. And so they trying to steer from discomfort to comfort. And a lot of times the discomfort is where we got to go.
So I'm curious about, because we talked about we kind of tapped into social media. How like you said, I think the young generation of women honest about what they really expect from men, whereas the older women are. But I'm curious, how fast before older women introduce they maybe guy to social media? Because, and I'm only asking because once you put him out there, you can't take him back.
Right.
And people like this,
Right.
She got somebody.
Right. They all on his page.
And they yes, and they gonna keep up with the relationship, whether you trying to or not on social media.
Right.
So I'm curious, how long before you bring out whoever you trying to see on social media?
Well, for me, that's still to be determined because I just go on dates by myself.
So you dating yourself?
No,
she just don't show them.
Oh, you just go.
I'm
just don't show
just
them.
not showing who I'm dating.
Oh, you keeping it incognito.
Oh.
Because that was something that even before I got married, I had to be comfortable with me. My wife used to think I was crazy. Well, you mean you going to eat by yourself? Yeah, I'm going to eat by myself. Right.
And
I need to learn to like me. You know.
Yeah, I have gone on dates by myself. I last week.
Are you good company to yourself?
I am. I enjoyed myself.
Okay.
I enjoy being by myself. Yes.
All right. So what is it about dating that you think younger women get wrong that you know now because you have a little more wisdom that you see it and you say, they missing this? What are younger women missing in dating that you feel like they need to?
Oh goodness, what they missing in that? Probably, and this is new for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just learned. I'm still learning.
Okay.
But probably introducing sex into the relationship early.
So the giving up of Lidros.
We are almost 50 minutes.
Right. We got to slip it in some.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, from my observation, because you've been out the dating game for a long time, they seem to lead with that.
Because that's all they think they got to offer.
Right.
Wow. Cheryl said being a wife. Excuse me, Dr. Selena says being a wife before the ring. She said being a wife before the ring, that's something that younger women get wrong. But let me say this. Because for that man, you are always auditioning for the husband position. So the woman, I need to see some wifely qualities somewhere.
Let's see what women don't understand, and I'm not sure we say it enough, is we're always looking for our wives. Even when we dating the girl that we don't go home and sleep with, even when we dating people that we just running through, we're always auditioning the next person to be our wife, but we're looking for something. Looking for wifely characteristics. I never forget when I met Cheryl, which is really funny. I got a family. I don't want to tell the story. Go ahead, well, because I was at the bar with somebody else. And when they introduced me to Cheryl, I'm talking to her and I'm like, do I want to let her go? Because she was wifey.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I had a show when I had one on the line over here. I was about to.
So you had a decision whether to play or get serious.
Yes, and I wasn't
playing to get serious.
I wasn't ready to. I didn't come out that night ready to be serious. I just was out. But then when you run across the keeper, you're like, am I gonna get another one? Am I gonna get another
one? Do I
let
this chance pass me by?
You may not get another one for 5-10 years. And then she smiled at me. I had to fight off, but she was so bad. But...
And again, I know that.
Yeah, man. But then I'm saying all that to say, man. I don't think we say it enough as men. We're constant. That's why a man can be with another woman and get married next week to somebody, 2 weeks later to somebody else, because we're constantly auditioning wives. Yeah.
Paula says, my man will have that Walmart smiley face for a while on my social media page. She just gonna put the smiley face in. I ain't disclosing nothing about who this dude is. Hey, you'll be amazed. These social media PIs are very clever.
It gets a little tiring having to go back through and delete pictures.
Wow.
One of the things we said about that, we believe that while you're in a courting, dating stage, it's probably best to keep that part of your life separate, because the more you invite us into your soap opera life, the more we're gonna want to tune in.
Correct.
What advice would you give to men and women who are still dating after 40?
Dating after 40, I'm gonna say that requires a lot of patience. Patience.
Okay.
Yeah, just for going through the riffraff. It's just patience.
Why you think there's so much riffraff out there?
I think, like one of you guys mentioned it earlier.
Probably was me. Go ahead.
I think it was Derek mentioned earlier, as far as like, okay, having their, I think said 10-1 or something as far as the men to women.
Yeah, that was him. I give it to him.
But I actually had a guy to mention that to me, because I kept wondering, with me giving out the numbers and then there's this silence and you hear nothing else. His comment to me was to not take it personally. He said what it is. He says there's a lot of women on these dating sites, and the men have so many choices that he probably had good intentions to come back, loop back around to you, but he found something else shiny along the way that he got caught up with that one, and he just never looped back around to you.
Well, just always remember, you're not interested in being nobody's toy, trying to be somebody's wife. So you keep doing what you do, and keep your wifely, and keep being wifely on there when your husband will come to you.
Yeah. People don't understand there is a certain pressure that comes with choices. One of the reasons why dating is so hard these days is because you have access to way more people. It's not like you got to pick from somebody in your little small town who y'all grew up together, you went to high school, all this. Now, especially through social media and these apps and stuff, you connecting with people that in different states, sometimes even different countries. And so there's always this thing of, what if the next person is the person?
Right.
A lot of times, whoever is the person is the person you make the person.
Right.
Because it's gonna be work regardless. You know what I'm saying? So what's the most challenging thing about, the locking in? Like, do you have those questions going through the back of your mind? And if so, how do you deal with those questions when it's time to say, you know what, I'm gonna go and lock in?
I think, like I said before, I'm still learning, and so I mean, I have people that's on the websites, and they're like miles away, and they're like, interested, and I have to decide, okay, am I willing to try to spark up a relationship or a conversation, shall I say, with this person, and they're miles away, or do I need to just X them out? So I'm still learning. I'm new to this.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning, and just at this time, I'm just taking it slow. And
what's the hardest lesson you had to learn?
For me, it goes back to what I said I was learning earlier. It's giving up le draw.
Le draw. Okay, all right.
That's been
well, because we all adults, and you think that, listen, I'm gonna throw them over there.
So that's the hardest lesson learned.
Wow,
that's not the answer. That's not gonna get me a husband. So yeah, that's been my hardest lesson.
Wow. Huh.
That's a valuable lesson. Because I would think that people would, I guess it don't change. People would, be like, yeah, that's fine, but I'm looking past that. I need, but some people are still playing these games where it's like, well, I'm just seeing who I can,
Great thing about guys, man, if you giving it,
they take it,
whether they want to or not. If you giving it, they gonna take it. You're like, well, why? If you weren't really interested, why would you? Well, okay, I'm gonna get it. So the question that Paula asked was, what advice will we give to single women about dating? What advice? I got mine in the chamber. I'm ready.
You got yours in the
I got
chamber?
mine in the chamber, so I'm ready. So my advice will be: there is something that you need to stop doing as a single woman that's keeping you single. You have to figure out what that is, and there's something that you need to start doing in order to become a married woman, and you have to figure out that is. You say, "Well, wow, this oxymoron. You can't talk in circles." No. There is something that God has told you need to stop doing in order to be married. God has said you need to do this. And you know, no, well, I want my way. You know, we in our society, we want our way.
Right.
Oh, we want to do us. Well, God said, well, if you want to start doing me and start doing what I'm asking you to do, you can become a wife. You can be somebody's wife that'll love you the way you want to be loved.
That's good. That's good. Okay, you're gonna come to me. All right. There's this thing of theory versus practice. When I say theory versus practice, you can have a plan in your head until it's actual game time, and then now the plan just completely goes out the window and your regular behavior takes over. You need to really start examining your regular behavior and see what is it there that's driving me this way. Because all behavior is tied to a belief. There's something you believe about yourself that is causing you to do things a certain way that you haven't addressed. And a lot of times we say a lot of stuff because we want to hide what the real issue is. We learn how to talk a good game. And I tell people it is a practice in church about talking a good game. But the actual, when rubber meets the road, what happens is completely different. So you need to be paying attention to, you know, what you said versus what you did. And then say, why did I do that when I said I was going to do this? And I think you'll find out a lot about yourself. All right, what you got for the people?
I have nothing.
You have nothing?
For the singles, because I'm out there, I'm sponging all of this.
Okay, well, what's the most honest thing you've had to admit about yourself about love?
About love?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Boy, you hit that right
I
there.
know, right? And at the end,
Since you're not gonna answer that question, I got one for you.
The honest thing I had to admit about love. How do I
admit to yourself about love?
I mean, you gotta give it to get it. I mean, I don't know how to answer that.
I think the reason why is most people don't really know what love is. Most people haven't really been loved the way they were supposed to be loved, so we don't really know what it is.
Somebody out there to love me the way I need to be loved, but I don't know.
One of the things I say to Cheryl often is, I'm not sure you're ready for me to love you the way you need to be loved or want to be loved. Because oftentimes we don't really recognize. We think lust. We think that is my wife right there.
I feel you though.
But oftentimes, man, we think sex and lust is love, and it's none. It's not even close.
Yeah.
So I think finding out what love really is and recognizing what it is, because see, that's the problem. We don't really recognize what love is.
Right.
And then when it walks past us, we'll know what it is, and that's when we need to be more prayerful about it. God, allow me to recognize love when it meets me, when it's staring me in the face. Yeah. All the time we don't recognize it.
Yeah.
It's foreign to us. So we have my parents, everybody. Everybody trying to figure out what love is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Well, we've come down to our final thoughts. And in true fashion, we always let our guests go first. So what is something you would like to leave the people with?
I guess my final thoughts would be the dating pool may have a lot of piss and poop in it, but just keep pushing through and hopefully you'll find your gem, and so will I.
Okay. All right. My final thought for this evening is, man, if you really want something, you got to start speaking it. You got to not only speak it, but you got to believe it. If you want to be married, start saying, I want to be married. And I'll do you one better. Put a time on it. I want to be married by this time next year. Because the more it comes out of your mouth, it'll start pulling you towards what you're saying. Saying is believing. Write it down all over your house. Every time you go in the refrigerator or go somewhere, you need to be reminded of what you want and allow your life to start pulling you towards that in your life. That's my final thought.
I like where John was going with that, because that is key. When you look at the word behave, it's two words. It's be and have. And you have, or the results you're getting because of how you be. So if you change how you be, you will get a different result, or you will have different. Being speaks to your identity, having speaks to your property, and they're connected. So like John say, you got to start behaving like what you say you want. If you want to be a wife before you find a husband. Matter of fact, the word says when a man finds a wife. And when I talk about being a wife, I'm not talking about clipping his toenails and ironing his drawers and all. That's not what I'm talking about.
That's good if you can get it.
But I'm talking about being supportive, showing love and concern, and kind of let somebody know how you would support them and be there for them. Because if you understand men, especially if you understand husbands, at the end of the day, husbands just want to feel like, it was worth it. Any sacrifices I made, anything I put up with, it was worth it. And as long as you can make him feel that, he ain't got no problem holding on to you. So just think about that. Behave. And that's my final thoughts. Alex says, if he wants you, he will chase you. Love is a choice and cyclical.
Cyclical?
What? Let me say this about the chase, though. Make him feel like the chase is worth it. Make him feel like the chase is worth it, because he will give up. He could want you, but it's the sum of it. He'd be like, you know what? Because if I got to put up with this, it ain't worth it. Mm-hmm. Right? Cheryl says, where you be, there you are. Absolutely. Probably most people ain't learned how to be wives. You'd be amazed that people don't know how to be wives. The same way men struggle being husbands, women struggle being wives. So we just end up with all this foolishness. But we appreciate y'all. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
It's Melissa for joining us.
Thank you. Checks in the mail.
I won't wait for it.
Listen, thank y'all for joining us. Don't forget, share this out to people. Like, subscribe to the channels. We're going to catch you all next week.
Be blessed.
Peace out.